Thank you very much, Allie. We know you will. 6:02 is the time right now. We want to get to the aftermath of that explosion that rocked a condominium complex in Orion Township.
Now, from Chopper 7's view, you can see the destruction there. We do know that 18 units at the Keatington New Town Condominiums were destroyed, and the stability of a dozen others is now at question.
A gas leak is suspected of causing that explosion and the fire that ended up resulting from that. The investigation, of course, is just getting started.
Well, 7 News Detroit reporter Brittany Toulis has the updates this morning and reaction from the family of a man who survived this real-life nightmare. Brittany?
Yeah, good morning, Keenan and Alicia. And some of those updates include one about that man you're talking about, and the other person, a woman who was critically injured when this building blew. Now, we don't know whose condition is whose, but we know one of those victims went from critical condition and they're now in stable condition. And we know the other person is kind of hovering in between serious and stable condition. It's called a guarded condition. Now, you can also tell by this fence behind me that the investigation into what caused this is underway. But Orion Township's fire chief says they may not have any answers for weeks.
We have structural failure, positive explosion, active gas leak.
It blew up. The house is gone.
A condo exploding around 7 Tuesday night, bringing a dozen agencies to Orion's Keatington New Town condos, decimating a building with Ann Odin's 80-year-old brother inside.
And he said next thing he knows, it was boom.
The family wanting to keep his name private after being pulled from this wreckage. He's one of 2 people critically hurt as confused neighbors, hearing that explosion, came out to see the gas-fed fire take the building.
Do you see any smoke or flames right now?
It's flames right now and smoke. It's about half the building is blown out.
The blast destroying 18 units, making them unlivable. Another dozen are being checked for stability. Now the investigation into what caused this explosion begins. Orion's fire chief Ryan Allen saying this is going to be a methodical dig. They've made a 3D map of the ruins to comb through, trying to find the source of the blast, packing such force. Debris was found as far as 3 football fields away.
At the earliest, I'm going to say it's a week before we have an initial, and this could take 3 or 4 weeks to do the entire investigation.
Churches have opened their doors and the Red Cross is now involved to help people displaced. The 2 critically injured people are showing improvements and still in disbelief of what her brother lived through.
I mean, everybody's just shocked at how well he's doing because he shouldn't be here. Thank you, God. He just looks good. And, you know, it was just such a relief to see that he was, you know, okay.
An Orion Township supervisor says when this happened, they were inundated. And since this happened, they've been inundated with people calling and emailing to find out how they can help the people impacted by this explosion. And there are resources for you to reach out to. And also, if you have been impacted by this, we have information for you as well. You can find all of that contact information right on WXYZ.com. For now, live in Orion Township.